The definitive lineup of the Beatles, consisting of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, was a result of multiple transformations, collaborations, and chance meetings that ultimately shaped the band's identity and sound. This chapter will delve into the individual journeys of these four musicians, the circumstances that brought them together, and the formation of the band that would change the course of popular music forever. John Lennon, born on October 9, 1940, in Liverpool, displayed an early interest in music and art. He formed the skiffle group The Quarrymen in 1956, initially as a vehicle for his own creative expression, but also as a means to connect with like-minded musicians in the Liverpool area. Lennon was inspired by the burgeoning rock and roll movement and the music of Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly, and Little Richard, among others. It was at a Quarrymen performance on July 6, 1957, that Lennon first met Paul McCartney, a meeting that would prove to be a turning point in the history of popular music. Lennon was impressed by McCartney's talent and invited him to join the Quarrymen. Their shared passion for music and their complementary skills laid the foundation for one of the most successful songwriting partnerships in history. Born on June 18, 1942, in Liverpool, Paul McCartney displayed a natural aptitude for music from a young age. He taught himself to play the guitar and was heavily influenced by the music of the 1950s, particularly that of Little Richard and Elvis Presley. McCartney's meeting with John Lennon at the Woolton Parish Church Fete in 1957 marked the beginning of their musical partnership and friendship. McCartney's melodic sensibilities and attention to detail perfectly complemented Lennon's raw energy and artistic vision. Together, they forged a songwriting partnership that would propel the Beatles to unprecedented levels of success and acclaim. McCartney's addition to the Quarrymen would also prove instrumental in bringing George Harrison into the fold. George Harrison, born on February 25, 1943, in Liverpool, was the youngest member of the Beatles. He developed a keen interest in music during his teenage years, particularly the guitar, and was influenced by American rock and roll and R&B artists such as Chuck Berry and Carl Perkins. Harrison's introduction to the Quarrymen came through his friendship with Paul McCartney, who was a schoolmate at the Liverpool Institute. Harrison auditioned for the Quarrymen in early 1958 and, despite his young age, his impressive guitar skills won over John Lennon, who invited him to join the group. Harrison's quiet demeanor and his skillful musicianship earned him the nickname, the Quiet Beatle, but his contributions to the band's sound and success were immeasurable. Richard Starkey, better known as Ringo Starr, was born on July 7, 1940, in Liverpool. He developed an interest in percussion at a young age and joined several local bands before eventually becoming the drummer for Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. Starr was known for his distinctive drumming style, which combined a solid, steady beat with creative fills and a unique left-handed technique, despite being right-handed. In August 1962, Ringo Starr was invited to join the Beatles, replacing their then drummer Pete Best. The decision to replace Best was not taken lightly, but ultimately, it was believed that Starr's drumming style and easygoing personality would be a better fit for the group. Starr's arrival marked the final piece in the puzzle that formed the classic Beatles lineup. The formation of the Beatles' definitive lineup was the culmination of several years of musical exploration, collaboration, and growth. The unique talents and personalities of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr combined to create a sound that was greater than the sum of its parts. Under the guidance of manager Brian Epstein and producer George Martin, the Beatles quickly rose to prominence, first in the United Kingdom and then globally. Their innovative songwriting, captivating performances, and groundbreaking recording techniques redefined popular music and made them one of the most successful and influential bands of all time. In the next chapter, we will delve into the phenomenon of Beatlemania, the band's meteoric rise to fame, and the impact their success had on their lives and the world around them. We will examine the cultural, social, and political forces that converged to make the Beatles not just a band, but a symbol of hope and change for an entire generation.